Hello, 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 and welcome to Tech Talk Tuesday or Talking Tech on Tuesday. I have not quite decided on which one I'm going to go with, but either way, it's Tuesday and it's time to talk about some tech. So what I want to do, or I plan on doing, is creating a series of short videos that can help you with a couple different techniques or strategies that you can use in your classroom with the technology that you already have. So a lot of these videos are going to be designed around Smart Notebook and your Smart Board. However, there will be other videos that are not necessarily designed around that software. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. I will plan on trying to keep these videos at 10 minutes or less. I know that we are all super busy and that we want to get straight to the point. So let's go ahead and do that. Before you get started, you will need to make sure that you have a couple things. You will need your computer, of course. You will need to make sure that you have the Smart Notebook downloaded onto your computer. And then if you want to follow along and then kind of use this as a tutorial, you want to make sure that you have some type of document available. So this is super simple, super short, super sweet. And that's why I wanted to start with this video first, which is printing a document to Smart Notebook. So I know that some of you may have already done this. Some of you may have not. Some of you are like, hey, what is that? I have no idea, but I'm here for you. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and pull up a document. I already have everything pulled up on my computer. So I'll go ahead and share my screen with you guys. So what I have here is just a regular PDF, just something that I've done in the past with my students. It's 4 pages, super short, not anything crazy. Pull up your document wherever it is that you have that saved on your computer, and we're just going to go to the print button. So we're going to go to print. When we get to print, we are going to want to make sure that in our drop-down menu, we want to go to send to Smart Notebook. So of course we have the options where we can send to a regular printer. If we're at home, we send to our home printer, we send to the printer, yada, yada, yada. However, we want to make sure that we are selecting the send to Smart Notebook. Okay? This works just like any other printer. If you only wanted to print the first page of a document or the second page or third page or whatever, you can also do that here. I'm just going to go ahead and print all of these pages. So I'm going to go ahead and click print. So while we're waiting for that to load, if you have a really small document, Smart Notebook will recognize it and it'll go ahead and print that very quickly. If you have a large document, which I'll show you next, it may take a little bit longer to download that file. So thinking about planning and prepping, which I know we're all fantastic at, you might want to do this a day ahead. You want to do on your planning. You want to do it the night before. However you choose, just in case it is a large document, takes a little bit longer. I wouldn't do this as soon as I'm about to start my lesson. So you can use this for a bunch of different things. When I tell you a bunch of different things, I mean a bunch of different things. So as you can see, Smart Notebook just popped up. I'm going to go ahead and minimize this. Boom. Every single page that's in your document will upload to Smart Notebook as a separate page, just like on a PowerPoint. So, and I'm going to go ahead and make this full screen so we can kind of take a better look at this. So here, what we have is that exact same worksheet that I just showed you. That was a PDF. It printed to Smart Notebook. That way I can display this on my smart board and I can be interactive with it. Okay. So I know a lot of us love our document cameras. I am a document camera lover. I do not think it's anything wrong with them. They are a go-to. However, printing to your Smart Notebook kind of acts as a document camera. It still gives you that display for your students. It's brighter. Then it also gives you that interactive piece. So not only are you able to get up and you're able to interact with your board and write some things down, your students are also able to come up to the board and write something down. Now, I know for the smaller students, this might not be ideal. However, you never know how good they may or may not do. So once you get into your Smart Notebook file, you'll go ahead, and I'm actually going to go ahead and out of full screen, I can show you how you would write on this. So of course, you'll just go right to your pens and you'll select the color, whichever color you choose. And then you'll go ahead and say, hey, who had number 1? Yada, yada. Y is equal to 7, X is equal to 9, blah, blah, blah. If you want to show your work, however you want to do that. So this can be used for a number of different things. So you can use it for any PDF that you have on your computer. You can use it for a Microsoft Word document. So if you're creating a Word document, you're going to print it, but you can print it, but you can also print it to your Smart Notebook if it's something that you want to go over with your class. You can use this for your teacher pay teachers activities. I know that we all love teacher pay teachers. I'm a lover of teacher pay teachers. So you can print those documents or those activities or those assignments that you get from there right to Smart Notebook, just like you would print to any regular printer. So that is that. So I really love that. And then I'm just able to go in and erase, or if you don't have that option yet installed, you can just go ahead and erase everything at once. And I will do a later video on how to do that. So those are the different pages that you have here. Boom, it up on your smartboard. You can go over it one at a time. You can come up and write your answers, however you choose. If you have a Word document, which I have here, okay, this will be the same thing. This is just a module 3 quizzes that I have for my 8th grade unit, or I had for my 8th grade unit. You can go ahead and you can print these to Smart Notebook as well. And each page will print as a different slide. Boom, if it's something that you wanted to go over, something that you wanted to have displayed on the board, whatever situation may be, you can print that as well. So it doesn't just have to be a PDF. So you do the same thing here. You'll go to File, you would go to Print, and then you would go to Send to Smart Notebook, and it would do the exact same thing. So you can do it with a Word document, you can do it with a PDF, and you can also do it with Embark. So I know a lot of us use Embark because it is directly aligned to your reading. Some of us don't, some of us do, whatever. You can go right on embark.com and online, go to your grade, go to your lesson, whatever it is. So we'll go to 5th grade, module 4, and then I'll scroll down until I find the Google Slides. Here you'll go to Google Slides. Boom, you know, there's a link there. We've all done this before, maybe or maybe not. And then you would do the exact same thing here. You'll just go to Print. Then you will go to Send to Smart Notebook. I want to mention that is that these PowerPoints, the ones that are really, really large, this one isn't too bad. So I'll go ahead and print this one. I'll talk while we wait for it to do that. So if you are printing a file that is really large, it will take a longer amount of time. So in the previous years, I have printed my whole workbooks to Smart Notebook in advance, right from the teacher server. Super simple. It does take a little bit. You can print and then go about your day. It'll load in the background. It's nothing that you have to steadily look at. So I'm going to go ahead and print this one just because it is not that big. However, it may take a little bit longer than the 4 pagers, only 18 slides. So it'll be 18 pages in Smart Notebook. And we'll go ahead and pull that up so that way we can see that as well. So again, this is just an alternative to using your document camera. Not saying that you can't use document cameras, not saying that document cameras aren't any good, but this is just an alternative to doing that. If you want to be up, you want to be a little bit more interactive, you want your students to interact a little bit more, this is a go-to. So that is that. Let's see. I think it's taking its precious time. So while that's waiting, I'll go ahead and show you the one that I did download or print a Smart Notebook earlier today. And I'm not going to save that. Okay. So this file was, I believe, almost 100 pages or more, and it took quite a bit to download. However, it downloaded. I do want to say, if you are going to use something from online or you're going to print your Google Slides, I would highly recommend printing them from a different browser than Google. Whenever I try to print from Google, I have difficulties in my slides print rotated, and then I can't get it unrotated in Smart Notebook. So I just go to a different browser other than Google to do that. And I never had the issue in any other browser but Google. So earlier I printed this 4th grade module 3 lesson 1. Again, this is a really large file. There are 106 pages. So not saying that, hey, I'm not going to do all 106 of those pages today, but you would have them there and then you can split it up. You can print it out, whatever it is that you choose to do. And so my other one just loaded. So let's go to that one. So this is the one that we just downloaded. It didn't take too long. Again, it was not big of a file. And then this just kind of walks through every single slide. It has that fluency in there, application problem, and very interactive. You can put this on your smartboard. You can have students come up. You can write on it, whatever it is that you choose to do. Okay. So that is that option, and I'm going to go ahead and get out of that. Other thing I just wanted to say about this super quick, once you have this download, let's say like my other file of 100 pages, of course, I'm probably not going to get to all 100 slides today, but you can still break it up. So let's say I only got past slide 8. So you can go ahead and insert a blank slide and you can put the date of tomorrow, and then, or you can just blank slide. So that way you kind of remember where you left off. Personal preference, not anything that you have to do, but you can. So let me go ahead and stop sharing. Okay. So quick recap. Printing a document to the Smart Notebook is super beneficial. I really love using the Smartboard. when I was in the classroom, I used it every single day. So this is just an alternative to your document camera, not saying that you can't use the document camera, but it's just an alternative. Hopefully this may be something that you guys have used or that you want to use in the future. If you need any help or support, just let me know, reach out to me. You can text me, you can come by my office, you can send me an email, whatever the situation is. And I'll be more than happy to come in and help you out in the best way that I can. Okay. Hopefully this video was enjoyable for you guys, and I will see you next Tuesday with another Tech Tuesday video. Have a good night.